Welcome, friends. Good evening. Thank you for joining me with Kajal in the last session, which was a very fiery session where she has spoken her mind and she's spoken in detail about what exactly happened to her and how innocent she is and how the Gujarat police put an FIR against her. So, this is something you should listen to. Please, when you get the time, please listen to that session and share it with your friends. These are things that other media is not going to tell you. You have to understand what Kajal has undergone because this is the same thing that Samir Wankare and many of us are facing, as a few people who are fighting the corrupt system. Welcome to all of you, Tera, Shailaja, Winnie, Maya, Gloria, and Radhika. So there's a lot of interesting news that we have to share with you today, and it's going to be, a very interesting session because I'm going to start off with the news that will, it won't shock people. It's actually something that you have grown to expect, from people in Bollywood. Now, an actress who was a part of Sadak 2 and a part of the Mahesh Bhatt camp was arrested in Sharjah a few days back and she has been framed in a drug racket. It's a shocking incident. You can't believe it. And this girl is innocent. You can make out from what has happened that the girl is innocent. She has been framed. Now, the actress was caught in the airport, Sharjah airport, by the authorities with drugs, and she's now in jail in Sharjah. Her family said that Krisan is innocent and has been framed. She is a Bombay based dancer, actor. Her name is Krisan Pereira, and she was arrested by the UAE authorities for drug trafficking. The actress was caught at the airport by the authorities with drugs and now is jailed in Sharjah. Having lived in the UAE, I know very well the kind of rules that you have in UAE for drug carriers or drug peddlers. Now, this is something you have to be very, very careful about because even the punishment is so severe. Now, this is the girl we're talking about. She is Krisan, and she was a part of Mahesh Bhatt's productions. So now I'm just telling you, you can make out from all the stories what that we've been saying, the links. Okay. Now he further added that since she was at the Sharjah airport, the family hasn't been able to get in touch with her. The Indian consulate informed us after 72 hours that she's been arrested and put in Sharjah Central Jail. Krisan's family said that she was conned by a man who called himself Ravi. The latter texted her mother, Pramila Pereira, to introduce Krisan to his talent pool team and asked if Krisan is available to meet at for an upcoming international web series. Now, Krisan's family is now leaving no stone unturned to get her out of jail. Her brother Kevin said, "We've already hired a local lawyer in Dubai, which is going to cost us rupees 13 lakhs. We still don't know the official charges, and if there are any fines, my family is preparing to mortgage our house since we read the fines could be anywhere between rupees 20 to 40 lakhs. It's been more than 13 days and we haven't been able to sleep, eat, or rest. Worried sick about her while the fraudsters are roaming free." Krisan has been part of films like Patla House, Sadak 2, and Thinkistan 2019 in the past. So, here, friends, what I would like to say is that, see, you remember the interview that we had with Lavena. Okay, Lavena had very clearly said that in the sets, where the Bhatts used to, operate from, her husband, who is a nephew of the Bhatt brothers, used to carry drugs, and that actors were allegedly given drugs to enhance their performance. So you can understand what would have happened behind the scenes. An innocent girl, you know, apparently, she was given this trophy saying that this is a part of the script that, she's going to, be a part of, whatever series or whatever, and that this is also a part of it. Apparently, they had stacked the trophy with drugs. Can you imagine how unsafe and how, poor thing, this girl, how she had found herself in this fix? Now, there's something that I'd like to warn all of you, friends. See, in Bollywood, there is another lady. I mean, I can't name her, but there's another lady who acts like she's got a tele series and she takes people. She auditions people and then she takes them and gives them onto TV series. Now, here, friends, this woman is actually a pimp. What she does is when young girls go there, they are tried and tested and then moved on into trafficking. This is a very big business in Mumbai. And what they do is they act as if they are a part of a certain company handling television series and doing auditioning for them or for advertisements. So, this is another area where you should be careful that your daughters or your nieces or anyone related to you or your friends' daughters do not step in without weighing the pros and cons. So, let me just take a few comments from the audience. See how they are ruining, yes, innocent lives. Mitra, lady who has been arrested. Yes, absolutely. That is a lady. How come some strange things happen to persons, anyone related to Mahesh Bhatt, says Dhanashree. This person seems to be a toxic and dangerous. He did the same thing with Anu Agarwal. You remember, Dhanashree, that when they had gone to Abu Dhabi and Dubai with Mauni and with some other actresses. The lady Urvashi Ratela, and they had gone to Abu Dhabi and they were auditioning girls for some program as anchors and as actresses. Apparently, a lot of abuse was going on as well there, and they were pulled up by the NCW, the National Council for Women Safety, and after that, that case died a slow death. Nobody was questioned, and Mahesh Bhatt never went to jail. Nor do these other starlets. So it's see everything is hidden when we have a corrupt system. Thank you for helping that family by. Thank you, Gloria. Friends, do hit the like button. Maya says, waiting for back-to-back session after fiery fight back from Kajalji. We are so enthused, feel so empowered to take on anyone, any mafia, any cabal. Now, yeah, and also see, friends, I would like to say that because of the sessions that we've been having with Kajal, many of our friends have written, viewers have written and told us that these sessions have helped them to remove their dear and near ones from falling into the love jihad angle. Yesterday itself, a viewer had written that thank you, Mina, for your series because we showed all these series to my sister, and she has got out of the love jihad rut. So please, friends, do treat things seriously. And as Maya also said, this lady called this lady who's been running like a they've been doing prostitution work are also operating from Bollywood. Yeah, this the lady's name is Mitra. Yes. See how they are ruining? Yes, absolutely. Maya. Two models were rescued by the people in the raid carrying out, yes. They are running a prostitution center. And, I was just going through a random interview of hers. So the interviewer asks her, this lady, that how did you become so famous so fast? So she said, that's luck and things like that. Now you know how she became so famous, successful, and rich. So these are things that you could understand from uh, you know uh, what is happening in Bollywood and behind the stages. Now moving on to Salman Khan. Actor Salman Khan recently, was a part of the Kapil Sharma show, along with all the Kisi Ka Bhai, Kisi Ki Jaan cast members. While the episode was largely on entertaining things, Salman brought up the topic of Siddharth Shukla. Shukla and Shehnaz he said, were in a deep bond and had grown close during the Big Boss 13 show. Actor's sudden death left everyone in shock, and they said that Shehnaz was inconsolable post the unfortunate incident, disappearing from the public eye for almost 2 months. Now, Salman said Shahnaz has every right to move on after Siddharth's death, and the netizens should support that instead of trying to pin her down with the late actor. As he was saying this, Shahnaz looked a bit vulnerable while Kapil wore a serious look. तो उसने ये कहा कि कुछ टाइम पहले इनको सिन्नाज सिन्नाज करके बोलते थे, अब वो दुनिया में नहीं रहा, और वो जहाँ भी है, जहाँ पे भी है, वो भी यही चाहेगा कि इनकी ज़िंदगी में कोई आए। शादी हो जाएगा, बच्चे हो जाएँगे, पर सोशल मीडिया पे ये कुछ लोग जो सिन्नाज सिन्नाज करके क्या ज़िंदगी भर ये कुँवारी रहेगी क्या? और ये जितने भी सिडनास करते हैं, इनमें से किसी एक को चुन लिया तो वो अभी कहेगा, हाँ, मैं तुम्हारा हूँ। तो क्या बकवास बातें हैं ये? किसी की सुनना नहीं, सिर्फ अपने दिल की सुनो and move on in life. So, translated this into English, these people on social media are always trying to pin her down with Siddharth when he himself would like to see her happy and move on in life, get married and have children. Will she stay single for the rest of her life? You should not listen to anyone but your heart and move on, said Kisi Ka Bhai, Kisi Ki Jaan actor. As the clip began circulating on social media, some of the fans sided Khan and supported the stand with one writing, oh my gosh, he spoke the truth like a pro or like a protective father. On the work front, Shahnaz Gill will be seen in his next movie, Kisi Ka Bhai, Kisi Ki Ja. She also has the untitled Rhea Kapoor production venture in the pipeline. Now, here, see, I'd like to tell you something more. That is, this is the same woman who was all over Salman Khan at a party, and I think it was the last Eid, this thing, iftar party at this person's place. And, you know, it was as if she was, under the influence of alcohol, or whether she was, she had taken some other substance, we don't know, because in public, she was kissing Salman Khan all over his face. And for a woman to do that in public is it's quite surprising. But then from Bollywood, we have seen even worse. Okay. Now, see, like I told you last time, in the symbol that see when a spider says, "Come hither into the web," once you're caught in the web, then they can use you and just eat you or throw you or whatever, spit you out. This is what happens in the case of these superstars' lives. They catch young, I wouldn't say innocent. These women are very conscious of where they are walking into. They go into their lives and they're used and they're abused and then they're thrown, as we realize in the case of Somi Ali, Katrina Kaif, Aishwarya Rai. So all these women are case points for us to understand what this man has done with his women. And then in the Kapil Dev show, he says that see, women are so cunning that they use men and they go forward in life, and they use other men. And this is how they exploit us. Now, in this case itself, I had told you last week that there was, a sort of a shoot, and all the paparazzi was there, and they were coming out of their mobile vans. And Salman Khan was, in his usual angry look, coming out and looking as old as ever. And behind him was Puja Hegde, and he was watching her, from the corner of his eye. And she was coming out very reluctantly. And when she came and joined him, she was not looking at him in his eyes. And then when we looked at her face, we could see that her eyes had so much of anguish and pain in them that we know exactly what would have happened. Now, before that, they had done a shooting of this movie in Kashmir. Now, God alone knows what would have happened between these two, but apparently, what Somi Ali explained, you know, in her confessions, is something that we could see in this woman's eyes. Whether it has happened or not, we do not know, but it is equally sad to see women throwing themselves, into these superstars' arms as if they don't know what is the result of running behind these people. Yes. Now she wants, Pooja Hegde says she wants people to remember that her journey in films isn't an overnight success. The actress, who has worked across Tamil, Telugu, and Hindi film industry, says though she's enjoyed every bit of being in the world of movies, it isn't a fairy tale story with only happiness. Pooja has been in the film industry for over a decade, made her way to films after her pageant journey. The year 2012 saw the release of her debut Tamil film, Mugamudi, and the actor had since then established herself as one of the biggest names of the commercial Tamil and Telugu cinema, featuring in hits like Jagannatham, Maharshi, and Gardalakonda Ganesh, and Ada Vaikuntha Puramulu. So these are South Indian movies. I'm always excited for all my films uh, coming from a non-film background. Whatever has come to me today, I've made a career from that. I hope my story inspires others, she told media as she gears up for the release of her upcoming film, Kisi Ki Bhai, Kisi Ki Jaan. For someone born and brought up in Mumbai with roots in Bangalore, Pooja says it wasn't easy to dive into Tamil and Telugu as there was a clear language problem. She recalls working tirelessly, mugging her lines, remembering the diction to perfect her dialogues. Today she jokes she can do a film in Spanish with the same technique. The first day I got my Telugu lines, I was like, oh my god, I'm a Mangalorean. We speak Tulu and Telugu in different. Telugu is very different. So when I got the lines, I had to mug them up, understand where to pause, have an assistant director say the lines, at which I would record and keep playing on loop until I got the groove and have memorized. Now I can speak Telugu and feel if you give me 10 lines in Spanish, I'd be able to learn it and emote it. It has made me a tougher actor. She never felt disoriented working in Tamil and Telugu. Her initial films in the South industry were difficult. It was all about finding her groove and also going through failures. That phase, Pooja insists, has permanently grounded her. It was difficult in the sense that getting the right films took some time. My journey hasn't been of someone who had one hit and then what followed was smooth sailing. There have been highs and lows. There was a year when no work came to me, and then suddenly work started flowing. I've seen all of this, which is why when today somebody is successful, I remember the times when it wasn't. The phase set me up to be an actor that I'm today. Looking back at her decade long journey, she says, I didn't have overnight success. My 10-year journey has been a roller coaster ride. Once you get off the roller coaster, your hair is a mess, but you've had a great time and have that smile plastered on your face as you say, let's do this again. Now, see here what you will notice, friends. She was also there at the Siddiqui iftar. Now, I have seen, and you know who Siddiqui is? Baba Siddiqui is an important part of the Congress regime. And he is the one, does a lot of hanky panky as well. Now, that is his son, who was very close to and is very close to Aditya Thackeray and the Thackeray's. So you know that what all they already know in the case of Sushant Singh Rajput. Now, you will see in these iftar, these are not iftar religious parties. These are parties where women are flaunted and they're told to wear bare minimum, which means very low waisted saris or ghagras and cleavage showing bras or bralettes. So I don't know whether the men go there for the food or to ogle at these women. Because these women who are on display, there is also some other reason why they are there. So you know how the Bollywood, functions. Women are always on display. I don't understand why Puja Hegde can't wear a normal sari and a normal blouse and go for an iftar at Baba Siddiqui's party. Is there some other intention there? Okay. And why do these men who are like granddads, like Baba Siddiqui, you know, sort of hold these women so close to them? One of the young actresses in this Kisi Ka Bhai and Kisi Ki Jaan, young actresses who's a daughter, I remember, forget the name of that television actress. The way this man was holding her, Baba Siddiqui, it'll make you ashamed. Not even a grandfather would hold a daughter in this way. And she was dressed worse than Puja Hegde. So let me just take a few comments. Anita, she looks like, yes, on display. By the way, who is that other guy with Hegde and that iftar guy? Yeah, this is a son. And see, usually when we have a luxury, event, you have luxury brands behind, and here the brands are actually Baba Siddiqui and his son Zishan Siddiqui. So that's why we were laughing. So the brands are themselves the father and son. You know, People don't even know them, and that's why they put this branding behind. Sonal Vora, though these women need to realize it's not worth it. As long as women throw themselves at these goons, there will be people like Ullus. Yes. Hegde woman has lowered herself manifold by succumbing to ambition by mutual use of Ullu. Ambulance wielder. Yes, exactly. It was his ambulance that took Sushant's body. The Sana girl is doing Sajid Khan's film. Yes. Welcome, Chalet. These women get two films that give up their self respect and dignity for their whole life by compromising with Tullu. Wake up, women. Ulti Kopri also had something to say on these lines. KRK put it nicely. Bhojpuri film किसी का हाथ किसी की टांग. Ullu has toxic eyes and a zehreela temperament. Ullu has toxic eyes, yes. What price do these women pay to be stars? Sometimes I think they all deserve each other, using each other as toilet paper and throwing them and moving on. Of course, D Gang decided who should marry them. I seriously doubt Shehnaz. She's using Siddharth even after his death. Just watch her chat show. She seems to be Turkey or always using double meaning language in her show. As far as I remember, that girl Himanshu Khurana who was with her in BB is more beautiful and talented too. But look how in less time Senna went so ahead of her while never heard of Himanshi again. Ullu is incorrigible. His ideas of women are atrocious. He spoiled Buddha Dadu, a bully of bullies. Yes. Dhanashri says, what journey Puja is taking? What kind of role is she done? I mean, these actresses who've done commendable roles as Smita or Shabana, looking at their skills, makes so much sense for someone who gave the biggest flop, like Mohenjo-daro with a Charki. She still gets so many roles. Chulbul has taken bulletproof Durpo. Yes, yes. Okay, so now let's move on to the next. Now, Shakuntalam is not living up to the expectations that the film crew and Shakuntalam, Samantha, Ruth Prabhu had set for the film during all the promotions ahead of the film's release. After watching the film for the first time, Sam hyped it up in Instagram posts. She wrote, and I finally watched the movie today. Gunashekar Garu, you have my heart, what a beautiful film. One of our greatest epics brought to life so endearingly. I can't wait for a family audience to be swept away by powerful emotions. And all you kids out there, you're going to love our magical world. However, the film is struggling in the box office, collecting less than 10 crores in 4 days. Now, here I would like to make a comment. Why do these people who are researching the story on great and grand stories like Shakuntala, you know, which stories that we revere and we pass down generations, why do they assume that Shakuntala wore a bra, and and shots because the pants look like shots, with all the boobs hanging out and the, stomach and everything, navel and all showing. Do you mean to say that all these, heroines in these old stories and history and all, they were all like prostitutes, dressed like prostitutes? You know, who gave you the idea that Shakuntala would have dressed like this? Yes, I've seen some of the songs. It is aesthetically shot, but I don't like the dress that she's wearing. It's like, she's half dressed, half naked, just like, what you're going to see in Prabhas's movie, Adi Purish, where Kriti Saran is half clad. Do you think ever Sita was dressed like that? So this is a huge grouse that I have with these people who are rewriting our stories, our history. You have a king, okay, this is the king, who's dressed very decently. Why is this Shakuntala dressed like Malaika or like Mauni or like Urvashi Rotela. I mean, they are not item girls. This is the story of a very, very strong woman, who had to wait ages before she could reunite with her husband who had forgotten her due to a curse. Now, these are all stories that are so famous, like Ramayana and Mahabharata, which are passed down generations. Are you going to tell your children that this is the kind of dress that Shakuntala wore? You look at the depiction of Raja Ravi Varma's painting of Shakuntala, you know, and you will see how beautiful she is, and how well dressed, and how elegant. She looks so royal. And in each and every scene, first of all, Samantha is not the right actress for it. Samantha does not have the kind of features that you would expect of Shakuntala or Sita or Draupadi. These are women with very sharp features, long noses, beautiful hair and everything. So this woman looks just like your neighbor next door. So this is something that I really have. I get very, very upset when I see these trailers. Now I don't blame the people and that's why the movie is also suffering. Nobody wants to see it. I think the second threat to Salman is just a hoax. Some publicists, yeah, that is only for his movie. Samantha looks horrible as Shakuntala. She was not suited, and dressing is terrible. Yes, sizing ancestral. Yes, yeah. I didn't get the first point, Nirmala. She has no single hit ever in Bullyweed. What journey Puja Hegde is talking, what kind of role she has done. I mean, there are actresses who have done commendable roles as Smita Patil or Shabana Azmi. Absolutely. Samantha looks sick in this movie. So here, this is something I wanted to talk about because, you know, Sami Thakur was put in jail by UT Road today, known as the pickup girl of Hindi film industry, who used to work in South films, came high on drugs on the set of a movie shooting. Who is this, Sonan? If you could tell us who he's referring to. No expression. Also, yes, these women's dressing sense is something. Urfi, say no more. Continues. Samitaka comments, water tapasvi awaiting a befitting reply. So is he talking about Shakuntala? I mean, or about Samantha, known as the pickup girl of Hindi film industry, who used to work in South films, came high on drugs on sets of a. Well, I'm not sure whether he's referring to Samantha. Yesterday, two actresses attending Baba Siddique's party with revealing Ghagra Choli. People comment, is not a fashion parade. Please follow dress codes next time. They dare not wear such. Dushyant Sridharan's Shakuntala in Sanskritam was so wonderful, doing full justice to Kalidasa's epic, says Maya. Yes. No, no, people are guessing tapas. Okay, okay, fine. Yeah, that we can understand. Absolutely. And anyway, not that I believe too much in Samit Thakkar also. So that's very surprising. But then again, coming back to this point, is that see, friends, that Bollywood has made it so mandatory that these girls wear such revealing clothes that now if you see Janvi with clothes, you'll be shocked and you'll say, "Who's this girl?" You know, they made it that way. If you see Mauni or Urvashi or Thela with clothes and not the bikinis that they usually wear, then you'll say, "Who is this girl? We can't even understand." It will be like looking at a woman in a burqa. So these are the shocking factors that you would find. So it is with this last piece of news that I end this session. I'll just take one more comment. Yeah, so that's Sonan's. We've already taken it. And we'll see you tomorrow in another session. Thank you and good night and Jai Hind.